you have to read a couple of times before you can make meaning.
To me, I feel like poetry was like a code.
A code.
Yeah, a code that.
Let's ask the professional.
Okay.
You should know better. All right, in the studio with us we have Sweet Boy FOS. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Okay, he's a songwriter and an artist, which is why we call this.
It depends on your own dimension of the way you see things. Understand? So basically to me, poetry is putting words together, putting melody together, putting the rhythm and the vibes and everything together to make something to create story, to create an image. To me, that's poetry.
But why do people feel poetry is hard? Because it's not really easy to comprehend at the first glance. You have to read it a couple of times before it even makes sense to you.
Right, because you need to be able to accept it before you can understand it. So most people do not accept it. That is why it's very difficult for them to like comprehend, and that is why they see it as an art thing, as an art. But to me, poetry is everything you could ever think of. It's an amazing stuff.
Okay, we'll take your word for it. So now we introduced you as Sweet Boy FOS. I'm sure that people that are watching are wondering, what's so sweet about you? I mean, what do you mean Sweet Boy? I don't know. Honey.
From their
What is
parents,
Sweet Boy?
from their parents, you can tell that I'm a sweet guy.
How?
I'm
Wait,
sweet boy.
before we will know if somebody is sweet, or something is sweet, are we not supposed to taste that the information is sweet? So how can we tell just by looking at you?
That's where poetry came in. That is where it came in. Looking at me alone, you can see that I'm well dressed and composed.
Yeah.
You understand? So that shows that gives you an hint of the kind of person I am. And that is where the name came from, which is Sweet Boy. If you could look at me from the first glance, you could tell that no. Obviously, this person is sweet.
Okay.
Before we dive into the music aspect of it.
So what is FOS?
So basically, FOS is the first alphabet of my first three names.
Okay.
So I just combined it together, which is Favor Olamide Samson. So Favor is from F, Olamide is from Sweet Boy. That's what we go about. Sweet Boy for it.
So what first do you introduce?
What?
What do you introduce?
Music. I started music officially, like you would have right since I was a kid. I had the passion, I had the energy for like I was so surrounded with music. Growing up as a child, you understand, because I came from a very religious home. My dad is a pastor, and so it was like I'm surrounded in music while listening to radios, while going to church. Music has been a thing for me. But officially, when I started doing this music, when I recorded my first track, it was in 2019. That was when I gained admission. I had to just start officially and start recording songs and stuff like that.
So you said you started officially in 2019 when you did admission into where?
Into the university. I studied at Adekunle Ajasin University.
Did you?
Officially,
Did you study music?
No, I studied English studies. English and literary studies. Yes.
So you studied English, or you went into the university at 2019,
Yes,
studied English,
yes,
and that was the time you officially began music.
Yes,
as well.
that's when I
How?
loved it.
I mean, how
I've always
merge music and English together?
People ask me that question a lot. It's about you've already as a child, while growing up, you have passion for something. You've already seen the vision of what you want to become, in the future. So you just work in line with it. So immediately I gained admission to the university. I had to just step up and start taking music serious, and balancing music with study. It has not been easy, but then
Okay. You and Afro pop artist. How were they able to accept your genre?
it wasn't easy at first. My mom said I should be doing Christian songs, and she said even if I want to do music, I should make it all these Christian songs. And yeah, I can do that too, but I don't my line. I don't really key into that aspect of it. It was very hard for them to like accept it. It took them time. It took a while before they accepted, but now as Dion, they guys accept accept time at the end of the time. So they accept. They have to just accept because they came into the vision as well. So,
Okay.
but it took them time before they can accept. But then by God's grace, they accepted and everything has been going on fire ever since then. Praise God. And shout out to them. Thank you for accepting.
Okay. Now the Afro pop thing is actually evolving.
Yeah.
Every industry is evolving now.
Yeah.
How do you keep your own sound unique?
It's about being authentic to yourself and being authentic to your sound, being real to yourself and being creative enough. In the midst of chaos, you still need to find a way. You understand? You don't have to blend in into sound. Or yeah, you can try different sounds. You can try different genres. You can dive into different sounds. But you need to make sure that you are real to yourself, staying authentic. That is what the audience really want to know about you. Being real to yourself. So that's it. I'm just being authentic and real to myself. So that's it. That is why the chaos doesn't affect my own craft.
Do you rap? Have you tried it?
Yeah, I started off as a rapper.
You didn't mention that. Why? So why did you leave rap?
It was my brother. My brother. You know now. So rap. I started off as a rapper.
Okay.
In fact, I was wearing Olamide FOS then. I wasn't
Okay.
Sweet Boy before.
Olamide the
I was
rapper.
Olamide the
Olamide the
rapper
rapper.
then. So
You now have
you know
Sweet
now.
Boy, Afro-pop
The
artist.
Afro pop artist.
So as time goes on, like I was just doing like a little freestyle, like just singing at home. You understand? So my brother saw me singing someday, and he said, "Ah, wow, you can't just be a rapper guy. You need to like voice out. You need to sing, start singing." And yeah, I'm like, I'm not really a fan of it, but then I can just try. So and then I tried. I voiced out some couple songs and stuff, and it was amazing. It sounded amazing, and ever since then, they encouraged me to 2020 titled Kolo. It was a love song. I was in love with one lady then.
Okay, nice.
So,
So it was more about the love,
Yeah,
not
the
really
love.
about the freedom. It was the love. They guys inspired the song.
it was about the freedom as well because I couldn't record in my
Such a
parents'
song,
house.
Yeah.
especially that kind of song.
Especially that kind of song.
Okay.
Imagine me. My dad is the pastor. You understand? Imagine me listening to his love song, recording a love song in my house. You understand? It will
Maybe
create some
without
kind of
even getting
yeah,
admission.
you know Nigerian parents
Of
now.
course.
If
You don't
you
get admission,
don't
you're in
pass
love.
down, if you never even pass down, they go whine you. You understand? So that freedom was like a breakthrough. You understand? For me to like dive into wherever I want.
So, I also mentioned with that EP.
Yeah, like okay, let me bust your brain.
Yes.
Okay,
Let me
please
bust
do.
your brain. The first track on the project is a prelude. It's a
Okay.
prelude where my mom sang first.
Wow.
Yeah, she has a melodic voice as well. She sang first, and
Okay.
then my dad spoke after. You
Wow.
understand? Just like
That's
a word of
beautiful.
encouragement. That has to show you that. That has to show you that. It shows the
Onímọ̀
importance of
ara wọn
family.
mi
It
oh my god
shows
bóyá
the
máa bá mi jà sí
importance of family and the importance of
má
my
ṣe
parents in picture.
Okay.
You understand?
That's
So it's a
beautiful.
different thing when your parents are not supporting what you're doing, and it's a different thing when you support what you're doing. So yeah, I see that.
So you talked about your first performance. At some point, was it then that you had your biggest career change, or at what point did you feel like, oh, I've gotten to that point, that biggest point now? This is the turning point for me in my career.
Every time is a turning point.
This is what inspires me. Not people right now. I'm not talking about their influences in the industry. I'm talking about how some of them have to drink or smoke before they get inspired, before they hop on that stage, because they feel like it boosts their confidence.
Yeah.
It helps them to go create. And you're also a songwriter. Yes. They're very influential. Now for you, what's your take? Would you say it's true?
Like I said, it depends. We are different from ourselves. What works for me might not work for you.
Yeah.
Of course.
You understand? I do not drink. I do not smoke.
You
I'm
don't.
not under any influence. I just, it is very easy for me to like write my own story. If I should tell you to tell me about yourself now, you can't tell me things about me. You can only say things about yourself. So it's quite easy for me to like do all these things without being under any influence, any drug, anything. But it's too easy.
Wow.
So you would say all your songs are about you.
About me basically.
All your
About every stage
Okay.
and everything I'm going through. Like I like carrying people along. You understand? Like if I drop a song down, if you listen to it, you could tell that okay, yeah, this guy is going through something at this moment that made him drop
Okay.
it. That prompts him to like make this song. You
Yeah.
understand? So every aspect of my life, of my experience as a child, while growing up, all the struggles and all the pain. You understand? I put in my soul like everything. I put in everything into this project. So I don't know where this project is going to take me to, but I'm so positive about it. Basically, I'm positive about all my songs. I do not have, I don't used to have bad feelings about any of my songs. Like if I put this out, this is not going to do well. I always stay positive and just follow the rhythm. Yeah.
So about that EP, how many songs are on it?
Yeah, we have six tracks on the project. It's a very spiritual project. It's a very
Spiritual.
project.
Okay, I'm sure that your mommy will
They
love that.
will love
Yeah,
that.
they
Spiritual
do.
but spiritual.
They do. You understand? You know when you tell her something about you, you know when you tell her something about you, and like you have a friend, another third party came, and you tell her the same thing, they will be able to relate. Like they'll be like, okay, someone has told me something about this person before. You understand? They are able to relate to what you are telling. So in that project, basically, it was everything that happened to me in the last couple years that is combined in one project.
The Olamide EP or any song that comes to mind. Give us something of it.
I'm going to put Olamide, the main track on the project. The main track on the project. So
Okay.
it goes like this.
All the pain, then the struggle, like this scars in my heart. She did the same for mommy, like mama said it twice. Never ever ever break your brother my eyes, bro. You didn't just step on my toes. I go chop it twice to survive. This I like shadow, my king, my difference. I'm gonna get job, bend my purpose, any less. Family or sister can be sure for fucking year. If you want it, that's a go man, you got nobody to tell. I'm on the life first, it wasn't hilarious. When people come carry my papa with the ankle. I go like 1,000 questions I need to ask. I'm like, bro, why us? Oh,
Nigga.
Hola, 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 mi ade. Mama said it's just a matter of days. See, I don't be big man,
Nigga.
showing me day. You got to wait. She say,
Family
hola,
of six
hola,
left in a fuck
hola,
shop.
hola,
Nigga,
mi
nigga. Also, nigga,
ade.
no.
Mama said it's just a matter of days. See, I don't be big man, showing me day.